All right, Jonathan, we're back.
We're cracking them.
How you feeling?
Are we? I'm feeling pretty good, mate, since last time.
Well, we're out of lockdown. What are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are that, you know what, things are going to be going smoothly from now on. I've put it out in the universe.
That's it. You reckon there's no sixth lockdown in sight?
A snowflake's chance in hell.
Well, let's hope, eh? Let's hope we can't do another one. So it's time for us to play. We've got a few shows coming up too, so let's hope.
That's right. We're going to go off our nut. And so it's going to be great.
Run me through what we're doing today, mate.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit personal with ourselves. So we're going to let people know what we used to listen to or who actually influenced us to listen to something and just a little story behind it. And we're telling you what our music is and why, and basically it filters through our music, but what we like listening to.
What shaped it, you reckon? What shaped the Right After Midnight sound?
Yeah, well, it did.
Well, that's it.
It did, because I'm the guitarist.
Well, that's it. It's going to stem from somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. But anyway, we're working together and we do all right with it. But yeah, with what I try to filter through, it comes from a bit of this, but obviously we can't bring in, 75 albums right now and show off.
No,
because,
well, that's it. We just thought of this last minute. We thought we're excited.
Yeah.
We're out of lockdown. We're putting down some demos, and we thought, let's jump in the podcast room and give it a bit of a go.
So, do you want to start, or do I start?
You give us a start, John. What
All
do
right.
you got for us?
All right. So I'm gonna start off with CDs, okay? Because CDs were something that, it's something that we like using.
Well, that's it. CDs, though.
And CDs are good. But, right, I'm going to give you, number one.
What do you got for me?
This. Manowar.
Oh,
all right.
Give us a close-up to the camera there, John.
Kings of Metal, right?
Yeah.
This album just makes me tingle, just that little bit. All right? But it's a great album. Everyone knows it, right? If you don't know this, then it's very unfortunate. But this is great, right? So, and every time you go on Spotify, it's around about the fourth song, Hail and Kill, is what...
You love the Hail and Kill,
that's it. That goes on repeat every now and then. Okay, even now. So I used to play it when I was like 14 on repeat, and I still do it now. So this...
Hail
and Kill. Yeah, that's right. So this is a top album. And if you want to just get a little out of control... Pleasure Slave. Just listen to the lyrics in that if you ever have an opportunity.
So
Pleasure Slave.
Did the outfits and everything draw you into Manowar a bit as well, or?
Well, I don't know. They really had this medieval sort of look, which I didn't really do. Because
it wasn't for you that. I thought that might have been you.
As I'll walk around everywhere with these big chains around my neck. But no, but yeah, this is it. All right, you want number two?
Well, give me one first, John.
All right, you go
Let's
next.
go back
That's
and forth, okay?
I can't hog the...
If that's okay. So
okay.
We'll start off.
Go.
So we're just grabbing a few. I thought I at least found the one that started this whole thing for me.
All right,
Rock and roll. First one, my parents bought for me.
Yep.
Kiss Double Platinum. Okay, it's a bit of a best of. It's got all the classic tunes on there.
The price is still on it, eh? 19...
From Sanity.
Yeah, that's...
So I begged for my parents, I need a Kiss CD. They were like, what the hell? Why is this bloke listening to Kiss?
Yeah.
I'd seen them, you know where I'd seen them, John?
Yeah.
On the WCW Wrestling. They came out, they played God of Thunder, and I'm like, I was an 8-year-old kid, and I was like, I don't know who these guys are or what they're doing, but I need to have that in my life. So eventually, after a while, they got me Double Platinum.
That's it.
Not too much to it, it's just got all the classics, ones that I probably wouldn't even to listen to anymore. You hear them so much when you're younger. You're like, I can't hear these songs. Rock and Roll Night, wouldn't go near that song again.
No. But
as you do with most big songs, you've overheard it, you've heard it on the radio. Yeah. We're done with it. So, but that was number one for me. That's what got me on this journey straight away. I loved it, John.
I thought it would have been Room Service that got into you.
Well, eventually, that's when Room Service came.
Room Service.
Baby, I could use a meal. All right, hit me with number two, John.
All right, my number two. All right, now this is... Remember how I was speaking about someone that is a bit frowned upon? Last podcast? Iced Earth.
Oh, that's right. So, yeah, a bit frowned upon, but...
Iced Earth, this album, Night of the Storm Rider. I don't know, mate, but... I wish I wrote this album.
Big fan?
I wish I wrote this album.
What draws you to that one, mate?
Oh, mate, it's got everything. It's evil, and it's got things which are played in like a Phrygian minor type of scale, which is like a real, if you're not a guitarist, it's like a bit of an Arabic sort of sound.
Oh yeah, you've taken a few influences from that.
And this has influenced me a lot.
Yes.
This is, and I used to have this little CD player, and I used to crank this on these old earphones. And after high school, I used to listen to this almost every day.
Really?
It was fantastic, yeah. So this is an album that, all right, not many people get into Iced Earth and stuff like that, but I did, and I needed something that had a real dark side, and that's it.
Really?
That's it.
I enjoy that, John. I'm
Thank
going to
you.
go to number 2.
All right,
I'm going to keep the ball moving.
That's it. Keep it going, son.
So after Kiss, I was like, the more ridiculous they look, the better they look, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So, next one I found. Who looks the most ridiculous back in the 80s? Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Bang. Theatre of Pain,
That's
John.
it.
I know
Keep
you
your
know
eye
a
on
few
the
of
money.
these on. Keep your eye on the money.
Keep your eye on the money, yeah.
This has got the absolute tunes on it. A bit of a forgotten one from the boys. The thing that drew me in there was the appearance. They look ridiculous. They had the pink and the leopard print and the dots. Lipstick, everything.
Lipstick.
That's it. It was a bit of a... It was fantastic to see. But yeah, listen to the album. At first, you just listen to the hits. What do they got? Home Sweet Home and stuff like that. When you start as a young 10-year-old kid, but then you really get into the good ones. The City Boy Blues, the Keep Your Eye on the Money, Save Our Souls. It's got all the good stuff on it. So raise your hands to rock.
Oh yeah, it's got that little acoustic bit in, hasn't it? Yeah,
fantastic, mate.
That's it. Yeah,
yeah. It's and everyone knows Home Sweet Home. It's a classic old ballad.
Yep.
But yeah, that one just if you can see from the back, the boys. They're looking...
Rocking.
As you should.
Yeah.
Fashion.
Fashion metal.
Fashion. So, yeah, that's me number 2, John. And, change. Get that thing off, John, every time,
geez,
mate.
it's going.
We've got a phone interview to do soon. We better...
Yeah, I know. It's going to come up. You're going to have to cut this bit out, I think. Yeah, so... but anyway, nonetheless...
Give me your third, John.
My third.
And I want to see you hold it up to that camera there.
And I'm proud to hold this up to the camera because this is probably the best band, underrated band ever. And I wish they were still around. And they have created probably the best music. And the guitarist in this band, Chris, I think Oliver or Oliver, some people call him.
Yep.
Best guitarist. I reckon he was better than Dimebag.
Really?
Big call.
Oh, that's a big call.
This.
You might get hung up for that one, son.
Nah, stuff them, mate, because they don't know what they're talking about. I'm telling you, this. Hall of the Mountain King, mate.
Who we got?
Sabotage.
Oh, okay.
Sabotage. Now, this album...
What kind of music we talking? Thrash?
This is just heavy metal.
Just heavy metal, baby.
Heavy metal, right? But they've gone in... People call them a bit, progressive. But this was a part of their first few albums, and this was just heavy metal. And... Some of the songs on this. If you got into heavy metal and you really delved deep in, you would have got this and you would have listened to this over 1 million times. That's how good it is. And this, I'm speechless. I don't even know how to describe it because it's that good. And if you don't listen to it, I don't know. It's just it is a great album. And like I said to you before, mate, I need to bring an abundance of albums here so then I can tell you why this is so good, but what made this so good because of another album. You know what I mean? And it's so hard right now. We've only got just a handful of albums.
Well, that's it. You can only do so much. You grab what you can. What you can for the day and see what you got. But no, that's a good little one. I like that. So
very, very good.
All right, I might move on to the next one for me. Now, this is a bit of a different one for me. After we got into the 80s stuff, the glammy stuff, we wanted to go a bit heavier. Mm-hmm. The boys, Wasp. We all love Wasp here right after midnight. This is the Crimson Idol, a bit of a, what do they call it? When they go along to a story. What's it called? I've forgotten the name. They call it a, you know what that is called. It's every song is a story. The whole thing is all intertwined.
Oh, it's like when
concept album.
Yeah, concept. Yeah, like Queensryche when they done.
Concept
that's it. Yeah, look, we can think.
Yeah, so it's hard after a few wild turkeys.
Yeah, that's right.
It'll do it to us. But so this album, not this one exactly. This is a newer one, I think, deluxe. They've added a few extras on this one, but the original, the Crimson Idol, it had all the good ones. It had the great ballads too. Hold On to My Heart, it's a classic. But Chainsaw Charlie, I know our drummer RJ loves that one. Chainsaw Charlie Morgue, one of the best. And some of these songs go for about 8-9 minutes. It's it's a different album, you know?
Yeah.
It was different for them.
Yeah.
They've got the classics, Wild Child and Love Machine and stuff like that, the sexy ones. But this one had a bit of everything, this one. So
had a bit of darkness to it, didn't it?
It had a lot of darkness to it, which they like to bring to their tunes, which was good. That's why I was listening to, a lot of glam bands, Poison and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was good to change it up sometimes, get a bit heavier.
Yeah.
So, Blackie,
good call.
Wasp, what a track.
Yeah.
What an album, I should say.
Yeah.
Back to you, Jonathan.
All right. Well, Racer X, Paul Gilbert, right? This album, just go straight to track number 2. You know who got me onto this? RJ.
Oh, the drummer, RJ.
Yeah. You know why? I'll tell you what. Remember that one night we were at back in the day, and we requested to the taxi driver, can we plug in our phone to play a song? And RJ had the song, and he played the second song on this album.
Did he?
Hey?
RJ had the aux chord.
Yeah, that's it. And no, the taxi driver had the aux chord, and then, mate, we played it, and we were headbanging in the back of that taxi, flat stick.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out back in the day.
Well, you were there.
Well, I know. But,
but
you couldn't beat those days back in the
no,
back in the
that was
day,
good. And that was the one.
day.
That was the tail end of back in the day when they had it. The last one is at St Kilda or something like that.
Oh, I'm getting a call through myself, John. I think we all just turn our phones off.
Yep.
Dad's calling me. Shout out, Mart. Sorry, Mart. We're a bit busy right now. We'll call you back. So keep going, mate. Give me some. What Racer X? What kind of tunes we talking?
Well, the tunes that we've got here. This is like I could call them. They were described as a glammy sort of band, but they weren't. They had the tunes like, say, they had the tunes like Dokken.
Oh yeah, we love Dokken.
That's what I can compare. But I reckon Paul Gilbert was a step above George Lynch in the guitaring. But you know what it was? But George Lynch had the soul behind the guitar, the way he played.
Beautiful.
But this guy had a fair bit of technique, but then he brought out some awesomeness in that guitar.
I bet he wasn't as sexy as Lynchy.
No way. George Lynch.
And you know what?
I'd
that's what it's all about, mate. So whoever that is, Racer X.
Racer X, mate.
Get rid of him, mate.
Top album.
Get rid of him.
Hey?
No.
Get rid of him. All right, no worries. Yeah, but mate, I'll tell you what. If we had RJ here and he had this in his hands,
well, maybe next time we'll get the boys in. We'll get McCanns and RJ in. We'll see what their favourite albums are too.
Yeah, that's it.
See what shaped them to bring the bass and the rhythm section, the least important part of the band.
Let's hope they don't bring any smashing
no
pumpkins
in this. Yeah, we can't have any of that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right, John, I'm going to move on now. My last CD for the day. CD for the day. Bit of an obscure one. I thought, you know what? I'm going to bring an obscure one. I saw this just as I was about to leave before we do this podcast. What do we got here? Have you heard this before, John? Vinnie Vincent Invasion. You ever listen to this album?
Yes.
This is one of my favourite albums of all time. This is unbelievable. And you know what? A lot of people wouldn't have heard of this.
Yeah.
It's the guitarist, the Kiss. He jumped on, what was he on? Creatures of the Night, Lick It Up. He jumped on just for a bit. Really underrated. He is a fantastic guitarist. And then when he left Kiss, they kicked him out. Money dramas, you know how.
They were paying him something like, what, $200 a week?
Yeah, that's it. Gene and Paul, the big boys, just taking all the coin as they do. So he started Vinnie Vincent Invasion.
Yeah.
Okay, they had a few singers and stuff like that, but this album here, fantastic. It's got all your fast ones, Ashes to Ashes, Naughty Naughty, real sexy songs.
Yeah.
And a lot of sexual innuendos that, the 80s were all about, but these guys did
That's what you're all about.
Well, that's exactly right. We try to steal them, but you know what? The worst part is you can't use them because they've all been done in this album.
Okay.
If you listen to it, you can tick them off.
Yep.
Love Grenades, Love Sauce, Gravy, something. It's all happened in this album here. So you've got to listen.
Sounds like he's in the kitchen, mate. Anyway, so yeah.
And John, you think the fast songs are good. And Vinny's going off the guitar. He's
he's mad, man.
As a guitarist, you really need to... but no one can play like this guy. It's unbelievable. He's like... in Vain Malmsteen if he was good.
Okay.
I'm joking. I saw you had an album out there of old Malmsteen. I thought I'd give you a bit of shtick for that, mate. But
no, I left that back over there. Just in case,
we'll get into that next time. But we love
next time,
Ingvain. How do you spell it? I always get it wrong. We love Ingvain.
Ingvain.
One of the goats, baby. But this you got to listen. This is on repeat. This bad boy. All right, you got any more CDs or is that the?
No, that's it. That's it for CDs, mate. Yeah.
All right. What do you think? Should we move on to our records?
The vinyl.
All right,
The vinyl.
And you know what? You've got 5 over there, John, even though the rules were 4. So
4, yeah, but you know what I'm like with listening and stuff.
That's it, John. So you start us off with some... I want to see your obscure one from the start.
Do ya?
Change things up.
All right.
I want to see an obscure one just to break this up a bit.
All right, we're going obscure straight away. This was an album I got when I was in grade 6 from a mate. Well, we sort of stole it off his brother. All right? And his brother doesn't even know till this day that I've got it. But it's Kevin Bloody Wilson. All right? All right, Kevin Bloody Wilson. This album, you're average Australian yobbo, right? And this is the album.
Wait, is that that's what the album's called?
Yeah. And this is the album that's got the song Stack the Fridge.
Oh, we love that.
It is, if anyone has an opportunity to watch the film clip on that.
Give me some of the words of that song.
Let's go. There's an uptown party on tonight, and we're invited to, with all the jet set people there and the finest wine and food. Yeah, anyway, but so yeah, this is an album that I got stuck to. So I mean, you know, look at the names of the songs. So I Gave Up Wanking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sunday morning when he's chucking.
Yeah, well, that happens to us all, doesn't it?
Yeah. But this is a pretty good album.
And you know what? That's what I love to see, a bit of obscure, because you know what? We love obscure here.
Yeah, that's
Kevin Wilson. And you know what?
Kevin Bloody Wilson.
Yeah, sorry about that. But you know, shout out Kevin. We'd love to get you
we'll tag him in this. We'll tag him in this. We'll
imagine him coming down.
He's gonna love this.
Give him a few wild turkeys and some pizza. But you know what? He's one of the legends, and you know what? No party's complete without a bit of Kevin
Bloody Wilson. Come and do this podcast. Come do a podcast with us, mate. Come down. We'll sing a few tunes. I'll get the acoustic guitar.
I think on average we're actually up there. We're getting about 30 views an episode now, so you'll love to come down. All right, John. What else we got?
All right, mate.
I'm going to start off now.
Go, son.
I'm going to go my obscure one. Not obscure because I listen to this every day almost, but for me, Abba Arrival, mate. This changed everything for me. So I was a full metalhead. Well, I still am, but you know, I've only listened to metal, always 24/7 metal.
Yeah.
And then something came along. I just looked in my my parents' collection, and I'm like, hang on, what's this about? I didn't mind the cover. You know, they're in a helicopter. You're like, what the hell's this? It's got to be a bit something.
Is it a helicopter? Yeah, it is a helicopter. Yeah,
whatever they're in, it looks ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
It looks Swedish.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah.
And we love Swedish stuff.
And that bubble looks like they've used a shitload of Windex on it to clean the bastard, didn't they? Yeah.
They would have had to. No Photoshop back then.
No.
So then.
Yeah.
I just had to listen. And obviously, I'd heard the songs when I was younger. I remember when I was younger, you know, the old folks, they're listening to, you know, Abba, you know, like all the classics, you know, Mamma Mia and stuff, you know, the worst ones, you know how we go.
Yeah.
But, you know, some of the ones on this, I remember just myself putting that record needle on, bit of Fernando, bit of Money. You got all of them. Obviously, you got Dancing Queen, which is a classic. Everyone knows that one.
Yeah.
But Knowing Me, Knowing You, an absolute amazing album. Probably one of my favorites. It'd be in there in the top 3, I reckon. And that's saying a lot, John. What are your thoughts on that?
Put that down, please. And we'll get to the next Riley album. Thank you very much.
Obscure.
Yeah. But do you know that album is basically in everyone's lounge room all over the world?
It needs to be.
You know? It has been. It's that popular. And, you know, like I was listening to something on TV and they were saying that even people in Zimbabwe have got it and they know it.
And they need to, John. This is world renowned, and that's why. And this is what brings a bit of pop sensibility to our tunes, because you can't just be thrashing the whole time. You need a bit of pop. All right, John.
You know, for once in my life, I bloody agree with you. Yeah. So okay.
Cheers to you.
Next,
what do you got for me?
Dio, Sacred Heart. See this album?
Gee, look at that! Look at that! Look at that cover.
All right. It's dodgy, but it's good.
I love it.
All right. I've got the T-shirt to this. Remember, I wore it in the.
In the Light Up the Night video.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And we love to see it,
and,
John. It's a good
I'll
T-shirt.
tell you what, there's a song on this called The King of Rock and Roll. All right, and you listen to that, and if you watch the film clip of that, it's a live film clip, all right?
Yep.
And there's a guy, once the chorus goes on, this dude, it looks like it's back in 1980, whatever it is, you know, and he just turns around and he just looks at the camera and he goes, The King of Rock and Roll. And you should see, like, the crowd's just going off its nut. This is a good music, good album. Rock and Roll Children, Hungry for Heaven.
Ooh.
It's a very good album.
One of the legends. How good's Dio, mate?
He's good. Shame he's gone, mate.
And you know what? There's some singers that they're just too good to even like.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about metal, you think about voices. You're like, Dio's just one of the goats. You can't even talk about something like that, can you? Because
mate, he had a voice. He was just straight from here, mate. It was
for a little
just bringing
man,
it all out and.
For a little man to do that, he's just,
far out.
For a little man, but he's the biggest man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's right. It's normally the Jack Russells that go off.
That's it. It's the they've got
right.
the whole stadium there they have to fill, and just with that bit of lung action,
Mate,
he
had balls. Yeah,
he
had
just had
balls.
him in
his
fist, in his palm, as they say.
Yeah.
John. All right, that's pretty good. What do we like for time?
You know what?
Should we do this?
We better cut this now.
All right, we'll be back. We're just going to do a bit of a radio interview
That's
thing.
it, and we'll be back. Well done. Nicely said.
All right, John.
Nicely said.
All right. Bang.
Album number.
No, we have to be transparent. We don't just start it and try to cut it together. We tell them we're back. We did a radio interview.
Yes, we've done a radio interview. So, at the moment, I'm back. I know you're back because you're over there. And
so we just got to say a shout out to AMR.
AMR and good old Carly Jewell.
Yeah, what a legend. And AMR, cheers for having us on. We just took a little bit of breather here while we do this. Just to do a bit of they're just helping people out. A few local Aussie artists just having a chat, and it was a good chat. We loved them.
Mate, it was sensational.
So yeah, shout out to them, and thanks for having us on. We're back here with, all right, John, I can't remember who just did the last album.
I think, do you have 2 albums there done?
I think it was last one was Dio. You reckon it was Dio?
Dio, so you've only had one. So you've gone.
I've got 4 left here.
You'll have to go now. That's it. Go for it, son.
We're a shit show.
That's it.
Yeah, the interview took longer than...
As you can see, organisation.
I'm telling you, we shouldn't be having these wild turkeys beforehand, but they're just so delicious. It's hard.
This is your idea.
Yeah, no, you need to. We need to have a few wild turkeys. You know what? It lubes the voice.
Lubes it.
People don't want to hear a raspy old shitty voice. They want to hear.
Normally people put Vicks up their nose, mate, and they're fine.
Well, but put Vicks somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Next one, John. Feast your eyes. You know this one. And I know you know why I know you this one.
I'm blushing.
Because you probably almost brought this one, didn't you?
I almost did.
Because this is an album we all love.
Yeah.
Under Lock and Key from the boys Dokken. All right?
That is the cheesiest cover ever
you know
photographed.
What? I agree. But you know what? It's also one of my favourites. Like, all you need on an album cover, I think, well, obviously, you know, if you're this good looking, you need to be George Lynch and old Donny Boy.
Mate, the guitars in that album are...
unbelievable.
Oh, mate.
I'll give you some names, John. It's Not Love. In My Dreams. Unchained the Night. You know what my favorite...
Unchained the Night.
And you know what my favourite songs on this? Not a massive one from the boys, but Lightning Strikes Again.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
That is one of my favourite Dokken songs. Probably my favourite Dokken song of all time. If you know Dokken, you know Unchained It. Not Unchained the Night, what's it called? Lightning Strikes Again.
Yeah.
It's an absolute beast of a song. We love every second of it. Something about this album it got me on it just got me on a path.
You know what gets me going on that album?
What's that?
Because I'm a bit of a loving type of guy.
Yep.
Jaded Heart.
I agree. And there's, you know what? You can have all this and go put in a ballad like that. Bang. Fantastic.
Hey, that's it.
And but you know what? The best thing they do, they're not too ballady. They're ballady, but they've still got a bit of George Lynch to it. You know, it's not.
That's it. It's got a bit of dicker.
Bit of dicker, as they say.
Yeah.
So and Till the Living End, just to finish it off.
Yeah.
It's just something about this.
It's a good album.
If you want to rock, this is the rocker.
That's it. That's the one. Yeah.
You know, once they put this album out, no one could beat that. So.
No. Well, I don't know.
We've got a few extra here.
I think the next one's going to beat it.
From me or from you?
From me.
All right. Okay. We'll see what you got, John. On to you.
Are you ready?
Give me it.
All right, son. Except balls to the wall.
Oh, gee, that's a big call, but I like it.
This is huge. And
You're speechless over there.
Okay, the front cover still gets me, mate.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Personally, I never actually got into Accept, but as you've shown me over the years a few tunes, I'm starting to slowly get into them a bit more. Explain why we should all be listening to Accept and that album in particular.
This album has got a few little twists and turns, and I'll tell you what. It's like you've got AC/DC mixed with Dokken. That's what I reckon. That's what I reckon it is. But they know how to play, mate. These guys know how to play. But it's good on the cusp of metal, but it's really hard rock.
That's it. They do have that bit of an akadaka kind of
That's
sound.
it, yeah.
Pull back to hard rock a bit, eh?
That's it. But, so when you hear Balls to the Wall, it's like Brian Johnson going off his nut, and that's what it is. But there's heaps of good songs on this, and if you went through this...
Not sure about the album cover, though. What are your thoughts on that?
It's very dodgy. Very dodgy. It's got some guy to hold a tennis ball.
But you know what? Ball? You have to work.
Or is a cricket ball?
John,
yeah?
In this game, you have to work to your strengths, right?
Yeah.
If you look
this
at this
is not strengths, mate.
Look at this.
Yeah.
These boys, look how good looking they are, right? This is them. Look at the jaw lines.
Oh, I can't go down that road, mate.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Pull that back up.
Yeah, all right, talk to me.
I haven't done how much about Accept, but I don't think they look like this. So you know what you do? You just put a big...
some guy with a hairy leg on
big
it.
thigh on
it.
it.
Quad either.
And that's what I mean. He's got a good quad. Throw the quad on there.
Yeah.
Change it up a bit. Accept. Good on you. We love that. Balls to the wall, John. All right, we're going. Well, I'm going to change things up a bit here. I'm not going to go for that one. It's too similar. You know what I had? And I was going to bring it in. I should have brought it instead of that one, but I couldn't get it down off the rack.
Oh, right.
Cold Chisel.
Ooh.
Man, I love Chisel. But we'll get into that next time. You know what? We might get our boys back, Ryan and McKenz in, RJ and McKenz, to say their favourites next time, and maybe we'll throw a few extras in ourselves because Chisel, some of those albums, it just really hits here for me.
Flame Trees, mate.
Exactly.
Flame Trees all the way.
There's just something about Chisel and Barnsey. It's just, if someone say, oh, what do you want to listen to for the rest of your life? You know what? Just give me some Barnsey.
Give me some Midnight Oil, mate.
Give me some oil.
Hey, beds are burning.
John.
Yep, go. Yep.
Now, I mentioned Kiss before, got me into this whole rock and roll game.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about Kiss sometimes. When I listen to it, I love it. But, there's times you hear the 70s stuff. It's very 70s. Sometimes you need some 80s. And when I got onto the 80s stuff, I'm like, hang on, Kiss do 80s.
Yeah.
Did I know this? I didn't know this at the time. This is Kiss.
Yeah.
Took the makeup off. And I'm just a kid, 8-year-old kid, getting into the Kiss classics. And I hear, hang on, what's this about?
Mm-hmm.
Kiss, Crazy Nights. Probably my favourite album of all time. It has my favourite song of all time on here, John. Turn on the Night, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Turn on the Night.
That's your favourite song?
Favourite song of all time.
Of all time?
Well, besides probably Love Gun, but favourite song of all time. Let's just say I've got a tattoo somewhere very questionable of Love Gun.
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah.
But we don't want to talk about that. Yeah. So, Turn on the Night, John.
Yeah.
One of the best songs of all time, personally. And I love the fact of how 80s poppy this was. Kiss, gone from the 70s into the 80s, makeup off. And it's more poppy, polished. It's just what I wanted to see. It's what I wanted to hear. And, so I love this album. Crazy Nights. Rock and roll, mate. And I love that cover, too. So, better than Balls to the Wall, I'll tell you that, John.
I'd have to agree, yeah. I mean, that's still crap, but it's good.
All right, John, what do you got for us next?
All right, my next one.
Oh, I like this one. Here we go.
All right.
Now we're talking, John.
This is, I always start off like this, but The Ultimate Sin.
Hold it up, John.
Ozzy Osbourne, The Ultimate Sin.
Love that. Give it a kiss. Give it a kiss.
This, look at the artwork on that. Now, that's what you call an album cover.
Let's have a look.
That's just a hottie. With Ozzy Osbourne as a
I love Ozzy Osbourne. That cover's not for me.
That is
what is on.
That is a magical cover. I saw this in the store and I just went, I've got to have this. And all of a sudden, when I've listened to the whole thing, lightning strikes. What a song, Tell your mama that she's gonna be late. Just just Secret Loser. Never know why. Yeah, and I know they've got Shot in the Dark, and that was a pretty big one.
Yeah, but
that was a big one.
You know what? Some of these albums we love, it's because they're not the popular ones, isn't it? It's you got to look over those ones.
The ones that aren't popular are my favourites on this, and the whole album is so listenable. I
thought you'd bring in Over the Mountain. I thought that was your favourite, John.
Over the Mountain's good.
Over the mountain.
But but this, on Diary of a Madman.
Yep.
There's probably the whole album's good, but it's not as good as this.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a better compilation of work.
This has been. There's been a bit of forethought here, and the way J.K. Lee plays the guitar makes me cream my pants.
So that's the only.
That's the only.
So that's your favourite album.
Hey,
was that your favourite Aussie album?
This is my favourite Aussie album. This is the best album he's made by far out of every other album that he's ever put out.
Yep.
This is the best album ever.
I love your style. I reckon that's great. What's the back cover like?
Good old Aussie.
You know what? That's why I love these old LPs, because you know what?
And have a look at this. Have a look at this, right? I've got, because on the back of this they didn't even put the songs in order, right? I had to put a little sticky tag on here with all the songs in order, so I knew what was in order, right?
Oh, you're kidding? What, they messed up the listing, or they don't have it at all?
Like the first song's The Ultimate Sin. On here it shows lightning strikes. It's not that way, okay? But
might be the needle on your record player not doing the right thing.
Maybe. but have a look at the mystical, the genius here doing his photography.
Go down, John. I can see you. Go down. There we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, how good's that?
That's pretty sexy.
That is fantastic.
That's sexy.
Isn't it?
Just like you and me, mate. So,
well, that's why we don't have any of those on our albums.
No,
we're not that. Actually, if Ozzy can do it, we can all do it, can't we?
We can all do it, mate.
We can all lay off the booze, and actually, probably the more booze, the better for a photo shoot like that for Oz, man. But I like that, John. Yeah, but that's what I was going to say is I like the fact. Well, I don't like it, but I think it's funny the fact that some of these great ones that we love, the back of the album, the back of the LP there is just a focused up version of the front. They couldn't even think about something to put on the back.
No.
Just get that head and just focus in on it a bit.
No, but there's just something a bit. You know what?
But you know what? It brings the whole thing together.
That was smart. But let me tell you something. This is how smart it is.
Give me it.
It's red, and it pops out, and you go, "Shit, what's that?"
And you know what? This is why you probably grabbed it today.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. What's your next album, mate? Talk to me.
All right, I'm going to go something a bit. Well, this is not obscure, but this is, for me, this was a big time. This was like cemented to me. Like I had the Theatre Pain before on CD.
Yeah.
This is the same in LP, but not the same. But this is sexy. And I'm not. You know what I'm going to show you first? Not the front cover. It was the back cover that got me.
The mystique.
Look at this.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, we're going.
So this is the back cover, and I'm like, someone showed me this. I'm like, oh, I better listen to these boys. And I'm like, are they boys though?
They're girls.
Well, that's the thing. At first, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a bit of a girl band. Let's listen to this. And we're like, no, they're boys.
Yeah.
And you turn it on straight away. Cry Tough. Look what the cat dragged in.
Yeah.
And then look at this. Probably the best album cover of all time, isn't it? Yeah. You know, you need to have heads like that to do that. Imagine if we were in each four square. It just wouldn't work, John.
No, it wouldn't work. Not with our
Maybe
heads.
a bit of makeup and a bit of Photoshop, but look at that.
No. I've got natural beauty, mate. You don't get what I've got overnight.
Maybe next time we'll just have it'll just be you on.
Yeah, just me, mate. That's it.
But so yeah, we love that. This album, something. Let me go to the show. All these songs. This is like a piece of work to me that you listen to it. You know, some things especially in the days like today, Spotify, everyone's skipping around song. This you can put it on.
You got to listen to the whole thing, mate.
And then you know what?
Yeah.
A lot of people would say, "I love Poison," and you go, "How good's Let Me Go to the Show?" Just like a ridiculous song at the end here. People would be like, "What is that song?" You get angry at them straight away because you need to listen to all of it to get to stuff like that. You want some, need some. It's a great album. You got to listen.
Especially when you got it in your Walkman. Yeah. But no, good stuff.
Well, I did listen to an LP when it first came out. Yeah. I'm not that old yet. Getting there though.
No, but you are.
All right, John. You. I've only got one left over here. So
I've got one left here.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to do the honors? Make it big one.
This is big.
And you know what? We got to say we're going to do this again because you know it's hard to choose. As I said, I gave you a few minutes warning. I said, "Hey, we're doing this radio show. Why don't we jump in, do a podcast about some of your favourites?" So we'll get the boys in, RJ and McCann's, and we'll do this again.
Yep. But you honestly, you did not give me any time.
No, well, you know why? Because that's if you mull over it too much, you won't grab some of this. You need this.
You know what? You make me a better person. Now I am spontaneous.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we're talking about,
so,
baby.
Here we go. This is where it's at.
Look at that.
All right. Can you see that?
First one with a cover on it too. It's a bit of you really. That's your pride and joy, is it?
This is I protect this, and if anyone touches it, they're in trouble.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
I love this album.
That's one of my worst favourite albums from Iron Maiden, to be honest. But keep going. I'm not going to jump.
What's your first favourite album? So,
Power Slave, baby. Power Slave.
But anyway,
hey, have you heard Power Slave?
Have you heard this album?
I have. Not as much as you, obviously.
You haven't heard this album?
Wait, does that have Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner?
No.
Then it's not a good album, mate.
It's Power Slave.
Get on to Power Slave, baby. All right, you go, John. I'll stop interrupting.
Well, no, you're all right. You can have a chit chat with me, but yeah. So this album, because a lot of people don't like it because it's got the synth in it and stuff like that, right?
Yep. Why people hate synth? What's
because metalheads get funny about that sort of shit.
Fair, yeah.
You know what I mean? They just
you gotta try some different stuff, though, don't you?
It's changed. It's not the way they used to do it, right? So I'm just saying that this is better.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Than.
Yeah, you're a big fan. Yeah, come on, mate. Pull together.
Just the.
COVID's back.
Yeah,
and it's a myth.
Yeah, it's not a myth. We can't say that because it gets people in trouble. But yes. So this album, when you go right through it, my you know what? I wish I had Iron Maiden here at this table right now, and I'd love to talk to them about this album because I've got about 50.
Yeah, give me your favourite songs off that bad boy,
mate. Caught Somewhere in Time. The way this album starts.
Yep.
It's super.
Just delicious.
Absolute super, right? And I wish we could turn on that TV and play it for the people for this podcast, but you won't.
Well, you know why?
Yeah.
Because you know what we're going to do next time? We can't find any guests.
What?
We're going to do our favourite music videos too.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, smart man. Yeah, okay, so Wasted Years is on this.
Beautiful.
All right, good single. Right? Sea of Madness, Heaven Can't Wait has got the whoa bits in it.
Yeah.
All right?
I love it.
And do you know that?
Nah.
We're going to be playing it after this so you can hear it and you're going to lose your shit.
What are you saying? Like, I know the song, obviously, but what are you saying? It's got different stuff, like it's a different...
It's got it, like, if whoever knows this song, they just know that there's this... In the middle of the song, there's this bit that just goes, whoa, 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 whoa,
oh, yeah. Yeah, somewhere in Rio where everyone sing it together.
Yeah, that's it. It's huge. That's it. So, the loneliness of the long distance runner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The start of that is epic.
Real
the way
deep.
they just that...
Actually, this reminds me, on some of our shows, you've started with a bit of an Iron Maiden hit yourself. What do you usually...
that's Mother Russia. Yeah, that's... Alexander the Great. Look, I can't... this album, for me, I can't fault. It's one of their best.
And you would say it's one of your favourite of all time?
Yeah, it is. I play this. I've been playing this since I was, 14 to now. I'll still take it out and I'll just play it. And not this. If you've got on iTunes or Spotify or whatever it is, I'll still just bring it up and I'll just go,
that's the thing. Sometimes you can't take these in the car, can you, John?
No, you can't. Like a Bluetooth this, with the Makita Stezza. At home, you sort of, while I'm raking the leaves and doing a bit of gardening, this comes on.
That's the ticket.
Yeah.
All right, John, I like that to finish off. Well, I'm going to finish off with just a bit of an easy one, basic one. I probably should have kept this at the start because this doesn't mean as much to me, but I just love how ridiculous the cover is. Rat. Yeah. And you know what? It's a great cover. Look at it. It's just it just means nothing.
Invasion of your privacy. Invasion of your privacy, and all it is some bird sitting on a chair.
Bird. Come on, John. Let's pull it together, son. So yeah. But it's got some great tunes on it. Lay It Down. This is this is the second album, pretty sure, from the lads. You're in Love. It's got some absolute tunes on it. But I just love the cover, and I love Rat. Obviously I can talk about Poison and stuff and Motley and say that's how I went down that road with Wasp and stuff. But some of the bands like this, Rat. Some of the ones in the background a bit, they didn't make it as big. They were still massive, the boys, but not as big.
No.
They and you know what? You know why I bought this?
Why?
Because back in the day, if you look at the boys, early Rat posters, you know what they used to call them, John?
What?
Fashion metal. And I haven't heard that term since Rat. But
Did they say that back then?
Guess what?
Yeah.
It's back.
It's back. And we're doing it, aren't we?
We're doing it.
Look at us. Look at us. That's it.
That's that album. But but you know what? Next time we'll do a few more. It was just a bit of a quick one but next time we'll get the boys in. See what because you know what? I feel like our bass player McKen's drummer RJ, they'll come in with some different ones. I reckon RJ will have some obscure ones. McKen's will come in with some punk, some obscure punk that will. You know what? McKen's is a big ska punk man. So, and you know why it'll be good? Because we'll differ a bit. It won't be all metal. It'll be like he'll bring in ska punk, and we'll hate it.
We'll shut it straight down. We'll go straight to RJ and we'll say, listen, what do you like,
But
mate?
then RJ will come in with a bit of Lee Curtigan and then we'll shut... No,
we love Lee Curtigan.
We love a bit of Keith Urban. So, yeah.
No, but he comes in with a bit of Pantera and stuff like that.
And exactly. The boys, they've got their goods, they've got their bads, just like we all do.
Yeah.
Well, I had an Abba one before, so...
I don't think I've had a bad here at all, no.
Yeah, well, that's... that's saying something then, isn't it?
It's saying that they're all good.
That means, you know what?
Yeah.
Next time you're going to come in with your truthful ones, John. All right, John. Well, we might finish it off there. I think we've done pretty well. So, yeah, just a bit of a fun one. If you love metal, you love old albums and stuff like that, yeah, hopefully it wasn't too boring for you. But it was a good little chat, little chinwag. What are your thoughts over there?
My thoughts are...
Your thoughts?
You know what? I don't mind doing stuff like this, but you know what? next time we're gonna have just a bit more banter because you know what? I want you to bring your worst albums next time.
Oh, let's see that. What do you mean by worst?
Like stuff that you go, I'm not listening to this again.
Oh, that's good. That could be a good one.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to do.
So what do I have to I can't bring it in because I wouldn't have it though, would I? So I could just tell you how much I hate Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah. Have you got that album? Have you?
No way. I bought it just to throw it out.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
that's not a bad one. We might use that for next time.
We'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah. Your worst album.
What about off the top of your head? You got any worsts?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, I can't listen to Metallica Master of Puppets anymore.
Really?
No.
Not like your worst album though. Why? Because
you
you over-listened to it?
It's just over-listening. You know, if someone goes, oh, you know, it's a great song, mate. Listen to this, Master of Puppets. Or,
yeah, it doesn't do it for you.
And I'm like, well, yeah.
You've heard it before.
Yeah. I mean, people are still trying to play the riffs. You know, can you just turn that stuff off,
sorry,
mate? We're working right now.
Thought we were done. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, let's go for that next time or something like that. That's
so
fun.
It's not my worst. It's not the worst album. I can't listen to it
you've overheard
anymore.
it. It's just like when I go see Kiss, you know, like I've loved them since I was 8, and when I hear Rock and Roll Night, I go to the bar.
Yeah,
and usually they play at the end, so I'm usually
at the bar before they finish.
I'm at Cherry Bar already.
Yeah, that's it. Nice.
So
good old Chairs. Yeah,
shout out Chairs.
Yeah.
All right, John, we're gonna wrap it up.
All right, let's finish.
We're gonna go because you know why? This is empty.
Oh, mine's still
and
going.
I need
Actually,
this is empty.
I'm gonna double park.
Oh, okay. Well, let's roll it. Well, let's go have a few more of those. And but thanks for watching another episode of what are we called?
Riot before
midnight. Really inventive
Riot
stuff. I love
before.
it.
We really should reinvented the wheel. We're like, you know how they reinvented dunny paper.
Oh, it's got to be done, mate. It's got to be done. All right. We'll see you next time. Hopefully, maybe next time we will have a guest.
We will have a guest, and we're gonna do the little call out. We're doing a small.
Well, we've done our call out, so we've got a few responses, which is good. So maybe next time you'll see a guest on. So let's hope. Let's hope. Pray. Hope. Hey, pray for us.
The big guy.
Yeah. Hang on. Cheers to you. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Catch ya.
See ya. Toodaloo. Toodaloo.
All right, John.